Welcome to Neural Wings, your source for Kalamazoo Wings game analysis and predictions, brought to you by absolutely no one. I'm your host, Ano, and today we bring you a special edition as we continue to monitor the escalating labor tensions in the league. Rumors of a player strike have intensified amid stalled collective bargaining agreement negotiations between the ECHL League Office and the Professional Hockey Players Association, PHPA, following the expiration of the previous CBA on June 30, 2025. With the league on its Christmas break, December 23rd to 25th, and games set to resume on December 26th, a work stoppage could materialize and disrupt the remainder of the 2025-26 season. PHPA perspective. The PHPA, representing ECHL and AHL players, has emphasized the need for improved compensation and working conditions in a league often viewed as a developmental stepping stone to higher levels. Key demands include higher wages and salary cap. Players seek substantial increases beyond the current minimums, around $500 to $600 weekly for rookies, arguing that low pay contributes to financial hardship and high turnover. Better benefits and rest. Calls for enhanced health benefits, per diems, housing support, and mandatory recovery periods to address grueling schedules and travel in smaller markets. Equity and fair treatment. Union statements highlight frustration over stalled talks, with players voting overwhelmingly on December 19th to authorize a strike mandate, empowering the bargaining committee to halt work if necessary. The captain of the Bloomington Bison noted that the vote is about fairness, not greed, amid reports of players feeling undervalued in a feeder system for NHL affiliates.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough situation for all of us. It's not something that we want to be doing, but it's just, we just want to be treated fairly, and they authorize it. It's not like any of us really want to strike, but it's unfortunately our union believes that this is what the next step is for us to hopefully get what we're looking for.
League perspective. The ECHL positions itself as a sustainable AA developmental league, balancing player support with financial viability for the 28 teams of varying market sizes. Their stance includes the following: proposed salary increases. In a statement released December 22nd, the league offered a 16.4% salary cap hike for the current season, approximately $17,000 per team, escalating to 27% in future years, around $18,542 additional, framing it as a generous step toward player welfare. Business sustainability. Officials argue that rapid changes could strain teams in smaller markets, emphasizing a balanced approach to maintain affordability for fans and operational health. Commitment to talks. The league acknowledges slow progress, but reiterates dedication to negotiations, viewing the offers as fair given economic constraints and the league's role in player pipelines. Potential impacts to season. If a strike does materialize in the ECHL, the potential impacts on the 2025-26 season could be profound and far-reaching, starting with immediate schedule disruptions. Games scheduled after December 26th might be postponed or outright canceled, effectively shortening the standard 72-game slate and throwing league standings into disarray. For a team like the Kalamazoo Wings, who are poised to make a run in the Central Division, this could delay crucial prospect development and introduce unpredictable variables like the current roster freeze, set to lift at noon on December 26th, potentially disrupting upcoming matchups. Beyond the ice, the ripple effects would extend to affiliates, as the ECHL serves as a key feeder system for AHL and NHL teams, including the Wings' connection to the Vancouver Canucks. Halted play might stall call-ups, directly affecting player profiles and performance projections in high-stakes games. Economically and for fan engagement, the fallout could hit hard, with teams like Kalamazoo facing revenue losses from missed home games that also impact local businesses and overall attendance, which has struggled this season already. Historically, while minor league strikes are rare, they've often resulted in abbreviated seasons or hasty settlements to minimize damage. On a broader scale, this could strain the entire minor league ecosystem, especially as the AHL seems poised for a stable 5-year deal that avoids similar stoppages, highlighting the unique pressures in the ECHL and potentially complicating the developmental pipeline for NHL hopefuls across the board. Current status of negotiations. As of December 23, 2025, negotiations between the ECHL and the Professional Hockey Players Association, PHPA, remain stalled but ongoing, with talks described as not pretty and progressing slowly amid the added urgency from the PHPA's recent strike authorization during the holiday break. Key milestones include the PHPA's confirmation of an overwhelming strike vote on December 19th, countered by the ECHL's release of offer details yesterday, while virtual player meetings continue to unfold. Although no formal strike date has been set, reports indicate potential action could follow this weekend's games if there's no breakthrough by December 26th, heightening the stakes for teams like Kalamazoo as they navigate roster implications. In contrast, AHL negotiations are more advanced and potentially retroactive, underscoring the specific hurdles facing the ECHL and its developmental role in the hockey ecosystem. Likelihood for resolution. Resolution of the ECHL's ongoing negotiations with the Professional Hockey Players Association, PHPA, appears moderately likely in the short term, with an estimated 60 to 70% chance of a deal by year-end driven by mutual incentives, though the situation remains tense as of December 22, 2025. Positive indicators include the league's public release of a detailed offer today, proposing a 16.4% salary cap increase for the current season, about $17,000 per team, and up to 27% in future years, around $18,542, alongside acknowledgments of slow progress and a commitment to compromise, while the PHPA views its strike mandate as a bargaining tool rather than an immediate trigger, expressing hope for meaningful discussions. However, risk factors persist, with deep divides on wage scales and working conditions potentially prolonging talks, carrying a 30 to 40% chance of a strike if no movement occurs during the holiday break, as historical minor league disputes often resolve under pressure but can extend. Influencing variables include the AHL's near completion of a 5-year deal, which could pressure ECHL parties to align, alongside high economic stakes for players facing low pay and the league's viability concerns, though the unified strike vote bolsters PHPA leverage. Factors that could ripple to teams like the Kalamazoo Wings by disrupting player development and season projections if unresolved. We will continue to monitor this ongoing and fluid situation and its impacts for the red, white, and blue. Well, that's it for today. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and tell a friend. It helps out more than you know. I'm Ano, and this is Neural Wings. Let's go, K-Wings.